cărțile?
I just wanted to.
Oh, I'm off to work.
You have to work.
Okay.
Am făcut ce am făcut, am făcut 2 săptămâni. Mi-ai făcut să le scriu tot.
Căzei teologia, așa?
Țineam și numerotat.
Yeah.
I'd like to start, since we are already behind the schedule. First of all, let me welcome everybody who agreed to participate into this international conference. And I'd like especially to thank our distinguished guests from abroad. Some of them made an effort to travel from very distant places just to be here with us and to celebrate the bicentennial of J.ST.Mill. Through our conference, we want to celebrate and to assess the work of a very influential thinker whose influence, especially nowadays in political and moral philosophy, has grown enormously and constantly. And I'll say that this is especially the case with Romanian philosophy in recent years. Mill's work on utilitarianism and liberalism is a must for a student in philosophy, or the curriculum of a student in philosophy. And since we speak about students here, let me make this brief comment. This conference is in a way a bit different from the professional conferences, in the sense that we also invited some of our best students to give talks. And this is something that we want to encourage, because we want our students to be very competitive and to be able to interact on a professional basis with scholars from all over the places. Of course, Mill's influence today is very well known. However, it may come as a surprise for some people that Mill's influence on Romanian intellectuals dates back from the time of his own life. For in the 19th century, Mill's work in logic, especially, and methodology, shaped the views of people who contributed enormously in Romania to the shaping of a rationalist outlook. I will only mention here the name of Titu Maiorescu, who in his capacity as a professor of this university taught classes in general logic and addressed issues pertaining to the philosophy of logic under the influence of Mill's system of logic. The life of today, philosophically speaking, to the work of Mill. Of course, the participants in this conference will give their own assessment of this issue, and we are looking forward to attending all the discussions and presentations. But I'd like to stress, to begin with, the wide breadth of Mill's work. This is something that is not the norm today. Philosophers are specialized either in theoretic philosophy, logic, metaphysics, philosophy of language, or else in moral, practical philosophy. In the case of Mill, and in few cases of philosophers today, we can see that he covered both moral and theoretic philosophy. Today it may seem that his influence in moral and political philosophy is greater than his influence on theoretic philosophy. Nevertheless, Mill's view on proper names, the view which is dubbed Millianism, is almost the common view today. Witness the work of Louis Barcan Marcus, of Saul Kripke, Hilary Putnam, and some other very influential thinkers in physics, philosophy of language, philosophy of logic. To my own understanding, the most provocative and challenging part of Mill's work in logic is his serious attempt to expound logic in a way consistent with the empiricist tradition of British philosophy. As might be expected, and for good reasons, the greater part of the work is devoted to an account of induction and methodology of the natural and social sciences. But in the first two books of his system of logic, where he deals with names, propositions, and reasoning, Mill gives a systematic account of formal logic instead of dismissing it with contempt, as most of his empiricist predecessors had done. Even though Mill's contribution to modern logic, to what we call now mathematical logic, is very weak, however, his themes, especially with regard to methodology and especially with regard to names, to the nature of proper names, is very influential today. I would say that the view of naturalizing logic may be seen as the most provocative part of his program in philosophical logic. And even though I don't support entirely this view, I have to acknowledge the fact that many naturalists today, especially those who want to naturalize the normative discourse, and I have in mind Ruth Billiken or Tretzky, could say that Mill's program, his and his program, is a precursor of their own views. Before I stop, I want again to thank our distinguished guests. They are eminent scholars on Mill in particular, and I'd like also to tell you that tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, the conference will continue on other location at New York College, which co-sponsored this event. So we are waiting for everybody tomorrow morning at